Hi, everybody. This is Home Songs for Life, number 190 something, possibly. I can't remember. We've done lots of them. Oh, 80. Is it? You'll know better than I will. Very happy tonight to have Trudi and John, known in in the wider world as Sweet Pin, with us, and they're down in England, and Kenny, who's over in Edinburgh. Great to have you guys. Before
Glasgow.
we get before we get going, in fact, I'm going to mute you just for this bit. Oh, what's happened there? Because I am hearing an echo, and I'd like to hear myself for this part. Oh, technology, where are you? Right. Okay. There's a little announcement to make before we get going. The music has been great for all this time, and I've loved every minute of it. But we are going to be putting an end, putting Home Songs for Life out of its misery, at least for a while. It's been a great thing to have during this, well, the whole COVID period, obviously, and I know all the artists who have played have appreciated having a sort of window, little gigs to play that feel kind of like gigs if they're not really gigs. We're going to have a last concert on May the 4th, so this is 3 to go. And unfortunately, we can't go through the whole round of artists who have played again, but we had to stop sometime. So thank you for watching if you're there, and if you're watching later. I won't say anything more than that. We'll perhaps talk about it in further detail later on. But for now, we're going over to Edinburgh and Kenny McColl. Hi, Kenny.
Hello, everybody. Live from Glasgow. Sorry. Yes. I just want to incredibly embarrass David once more by saying thank you very much for the past year and a half, whatever it's been, for putting this on and doing this for us while we were locked up in our bedrooms and on house arrest. Gave us a chance to actually play music to real life humans. But here we are. World is opening up again, so here we go. We can actually, hopefully, maybe play in person. And with that thought in mind, to celebrate my album, which I recently released onto all streaming sites, Spotify and everything. I'll put the links in later. I'm going to play a couple of tracks from it. So no new stuff tonight, just the albums. It's Welcome to the Contents of My Head. This is called Whispers. I can't find a rhythm. It's deep and hidden in boxes I created. Well, I can't stop, but I can't keep going. I don't like games, I hate not knowing. Look at what we made. Climbing barricades every day. I don't mind chat, but I can't stand conflict. Why worry when life ain't perfect? I'm climbing, finding clouds through shiny summer sun. I'm head over heels and I'm punching walls, and I need you to catch me. I'm falling, the perfect moment never comes. And I'm climbing barricades every day. Well, I know I'm not much fun these days while I sit up late, sleep the day away. I'm building walls 'cause I'm too scared to say that I'm freaking out for every reason. I'm doubting every hidden meaning, stream of things you never said. On first name terms with my subconscious. Well, this is all I ever wanted, but I'm listening to whispers that I can't get out of my head. And I'm climbing barricades every day. And I'm climbing barricades every day. There we go. That's a song called Whispers that started off life about 20 years ago. Do you know that? I think. I depressed myself recently when I worked that out. I really shouldn't have done that. Apologies, everyone, by the way, if you're struggling to see the right side of my face. It seems to be that Sun has discovered Scotland. I didn't know this happened, but there we are. The curtains are closed, but for some reason I'm still all washed out. I'm obviously far too white and pale, or just from Glasgow. It's just the normal. Hello, Steve, John. Yes, good evening. Hello, everybody, now and in future. Hello, future people, whenever you get tune in. Like I said, my album Welcome to the Contents of My Head was released to Bandcamp in November 2019, but for lots of different reasons wasn't able to put it up on the streaming sites until recently, so it is now up there. And like I said, I'll put the links up later on. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music. There's another one, Amazon, all the main ones basically. So all you have to do is just search my name, Kenny McColl, and I should come up there. Or Welcome to the Contents of My Head should come up. You've got a whole album of 8 songs, studio recorded, with drums and everything. So I'm going to finish off now with what is kind of the single from, if there's a single on the album, it's this. This is a Signal of Life. Waking up in the morning, find yourself yawning, consider the year. Choking on first world handcuffs, you're just not enough chaos here. Tripping on floor-based wardrobes, it's the glamour of the everyday. You're watching your dog as he's judging your mood, well what does he know anyway? 'Cause it's madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. It's beautifully ordinary. Cleaning up for your girlfriend in time for the weekend when she's coming home. Keeping up the illusions and keep yourself from being alone. 'Cause first impressions matter when you're together for the rest of your life. On a permanent rerun like the favorite show you watch every night. Oh, 'cause it's madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. It's beautifully ordinary. We're surrounded by shades 100 of grey, but we're blinded by the black and the white. Staring at walls, the anxiety calls. Someone tell me it'll be alright. Someone tell me it'll be alright. I used to stare out the window, dreaming of a sellout crowd. In a world that was open and no one need to go without. Now the values in detail and you revel in the morning hellos. Still building your empire, but you're taking the view. Enjoy a moment of madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. Madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. Oh, madness, madness, madness is a signal of life. It's beautifully ordinary. Thank you. And back to David.
Thank you, Kenny, for all Glasgow. As I have a habit of placing people in different parts of the universe than they actually exist in. So sorry about that.
I've no idea if it's sunny in Edinburgh.
Actually, been to visit you at some point. Obviously, we've only met online. I've got a very fuddled brain at the best of times. So apologies. To hear you, how you doing? You said you played a live gig recently, so that's a big step in the right direction.
I have been out and played live to real life humans.
Real life.
And they didn't run away.
Wow, what are they like?
Well,
they didn't run away.
I couldn't remember actually. I was quite surprised, but they didn't run away, so that was good. Although to be fair, there weren't that many in the first place. But no, it was good. It was actually just the process of going through to sort of getting the head back on and getting everything together. And I've been writing a lot the last few months, so I did about an hour and 20 minutes or so that night, and about half of it was new material. So it took a lot of work to get it all together, to get it ready to play. But then at the same time, it also meant that stuff that I'd sort of written through computer or through sitting here, I was now having to work out how I was going to play it live and finish it off and make decisions. And so it actually made me finish a lot of things. It made me sort of bring a lot of things ahead. So yeah, it was great. It was great. I'm back out in June as well, and I'm working on I'm hoping there's help musicians are advertising at the moment. They're sort of helping musicians, funnily enough, to go on tour. So I'm looking at doing that because since it's just me and the guitar, I can just chuck it in the back of the car and drive off. So I'm looking at doing that. And as I said, the album went on all the streaming sites last week. I think it finally went through about this time last week, something like that. Yeah, it's been cool. Up and down. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
My signal's coming in a bit in and out, so I think there's an internet thing happening. I'm not sure if everyone else is getting that. But just one thing I wanted to ask you. I think you're aware, of course, that we had a few sound issues when you came on. We play a song in that thing, and I thought you were going to play it, which I hadn't heard before. And obviously, I've heard those great. But I quite like the one you were playing in the sound check.
Oh, yeah, well. That's one of the new ones.
Was that one of the ones? Yeah. Cool. It was a good song. So,
thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I was enjoying that as well. But nobody
that's one of my oldest
else has heard
ones. It. Yes, I played that at Chayovna. I played that 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
As I say, that's one of my oldest new ones. That was end of last year, or although I wrote a third verse for it. So like that, there were things that sort of in the process of having to have the deadline of the full gig, of an hour and a half to do. I had to make decisions and finish things off and get it ready. But yeah, thank you. It's a song called "Smile Without Warning," and the plan is to record it kind of somewhere between Divine Comedy and Belle and Sebastian-ish kind of thing. But we shall see. We shall see what happens.
I look forward to hearing that. And yes, obviously I'm talking about a song that nobody else heard, so
yes.
I just just wanted to say
it's really good.
Yeah. I'll have you on these gigs. So thanks.
Thank you.
To know you as well as you can over the interwebby waves. But we'll undoubtedly meet at some point. And good luck with the music going forward. Right. We're going to go over to Guatemala now. I think that's where you're studios, somewhere like that. I don't know. Anyway, you put me right about that. Looking forward to hearing your songs too. So over to Sweet Pin in Guatemala.
You have accused me of coming from Doncaster originally, but not Guatemala. Do you remember when you said I came from Doncaster?
What's it like in Doncaster?
Well, it's a bit like Guatemala, really, because it's all in Richmond, really. Good evening, everybody. So nice to be here, although a bit tragic. It might be the last time. But anyway, it's been a bit of a good run. And at least John gets a second go. And in fact, we're going to play a brand new, newborn song.
So new, we keep messing it up.
We don't know it. John wrote the riff. Yes, this is a classic sweep pin compositional technique where he's fiddling around on the guitar. He's just fiddling around, and he suddenly goes like this. Can you just do what you did? You diddly-da-da. You diddly-da-da. I came,
monkey
and he
dance.
just went like this. And I said, do that again, John.
Oh. I did.
And then suddenly I said, I want to sing to that,
like a
but I
crime
want to sing behind the riff, and I da-da-da-da-da. And there was a couple of old photographs on the wall, and Bob's your uncle, and we wrote the song, but we don't know it yet. But it's called Speaking of Hearts, and obviously, John, it's a proper collaboration. It's a sweep pin thing, and it's just brand new, absolutely brand new. So I'm trying to play along, and I'm not very good at my rhythmical whatevering because I'm so ill-disciplined, and I'm not very good at counting.
I'll just play louder, shall I?
Obeying. So John will play louder, but I am playing, and it's our song, A Newborn Baby. Speaking of Hearts. Couldn't remember. I couldn't remember this photograph. Girl in a sailor dress. It says on the back of it, best of luck, best of luck. They say it was me back in the day. Apparently, lighthouse behind her, holding the candy rock, starry eyes, one fallen, grubby sock and speed. Start taken away back to Devon. So they say, so they say, so they say. Man on the step looks like a fancy man. Oh, in this photograph, man on the earth says on the back of it, oh, best of luck, best of luck. Say it was he, shot in the neck, apparently lighthouse behind him, holding the candy rock, starry eyes fallen, ran out of luck and speed. From the start, taken away back to from the stars. Take her away back to Devon. So they say, so they say, so they say. So they say. So they say. So they say. Well, it wasn't atrocious.
I don't think anyone would notice.
No. A couple of errors. Next time, spot on. We hope you like it.
Next.
I might post the words, because the words are sweet as well, aren't they? But you might not. I don't know. Right, I'm going to put my guitar down now. It means I can dance and sing.
Don't do that.
Why not? We're the same height if I stand back here. Right, this is our song that I think it was a case of, I wrote the words because it's after Mum died. My mum died on the 25th of October, as all of you will know. And in fact, my dad's in hospital. Tomorrow he's having his operation. He's having what they call a TAVI. So we have to think about old Dad, 90 years old. They're going up through his sclerotic veins. They've got to balloon them up and go in with cameras and rebuild him. But he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be in that lair of his, in his golden cage by the weekend.
Like my bloody dog.
And he'll be running marathons, probably, knowing him. I'm going to get him to mow the lawn. But anyway, so fingers crossed for Dad. And we have lost Mum. And after she died, there was very little sleeping going on here. Me and Dad, rattling around, and Mum gone. So this song came out of that. It's called The House of Little Sleep, and it's been edited by John, who likes to edit down by million words to 3 good ones rather than 40 useless ones. And then, of course, he plays the guitar nicely and does these lovely riffs that really affect me. Just a moment. I think that came out wrong, actually, but never mind. Ignore that, and we'll start again. I admire them, is what I'm getting on. Sorry, David. I'm so sorry, David.
Don't say sorry to me. Or him.
I'm apologising to all the 2 or 3 listeners.
I didn't mean to be so disgusting. Sorry about
I just want to be free now. I just want to be me now. Now that she's gone. Now that she's gone. I don't want no, I don't need no big fat cigar, no long pink fancy motor car. Hey, I don't want no, I don't need no big strong old man, no tied to my frying pan. You know it's been a long time now. Don't dig your graves in my ground. I've been eating my own sad words, paying my own strange ways, boiling my own 2 eggs, regretting my own mistakes. Nowadays, please don't you follow me round. Please let me look in the lost and found. The lost and found. The lost and found. What's it like there? Hey, what's it like up there? Have you found a friend? There's little sleeping here. It's the house of little sleep. Ooh, I don't want no, I don't need no big strong old man who tied to my frame. Now the cheese gone. Now the cheese gone. Now the cheese gone. Well, after that disgraceful behaviour at the beginning, we got through that one. It's called The House of Little Sleep. We hope you liked our songs. Anyway, we're through.
The disgraceful behaviour, by the way, you'll be glad to hear that I missed again because of internet interference.
Oh, good.
So
Well,
kind of it got bleeped out. Maybe it was the gods of the internet.
It wasn't
were,
that disgraceful. It was just a turn of phrase that came out a bit upside down. I blame it all on John.
We've all heard worse.
Yes, we've all heard worse. There's no bad
Of course, you
language.
should. Of course. But
It was disgusting, David. It really was.
But you were giving credit before the second song for the editing process that he's effecting on your music, and it's funny you said that because in the first song which was wonderful, by the way, they were both wonderful, but I really love the first song, and I was thinking it was my version of what I've heard you do before, and I think. Got so much going on, and there's so often, and it's amazing. Your way with lyrics, but I kind of liked what was happening as well because I got to sort of feel more in that first song. I think so. I would say John's had a good influence to that effect. if you don't mind me saying.
No, I don't. I know he's a good influence. The songs I do with him are different, actually. I still write my own songs all the time, of course. And they continue to be very verbose and overwritten and melodramatic. But John is good at tidying things up, and of course he's much more accomplished on the guitar. Well, he's a little.
It's just a great sound together, so it really works.
In fact, Kenny, he was playing lead guitar to your second song, and it was marvellous. It's a pity you couldn't hear it. He was really good. So he is really good, and of course he can sing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have let him in. I wouldn't have invited him to Guatemala if he couldn't sing, if he was just a guitar player. So it's marvellous. And it's the writing of the songs thing was he says it's a lovely yurt. It was a bonus that these songs just seem to happen. Because he'll just sit and fiddle. And then I'm massively, inspired. As well. And he plays guitar as well. But he fiddles around on the guitar and he does these lovely things. And then these songs grow. And it's just almost like magic, really. It really is. So we've only had a chance.
Usually it's me just playing a chord that some people will go, that's one of those, and then Trudi will go, oh, and then have an absolute meltdown about it, and then it goes from there. 2 chords is even better, but even 1 chord can get me going on an entire song. He knows so many.
Well, it's working. As far as I'm concerned, it's working.
We've got some gigs, I think we mentioned them last time. We put them on the Sweet Pin website for people. So there's a Northumberland one coming up on the 1st of May for anybody who's in the area, near Bamburgh and Sea Houses. And then there's another one there's one here in Yorkshire a couple of weeks later. And they're quite big, significant things for us. So we're very excited. And it's a pity about Home Songs, though. But I'm hoping that we can try and get it out and about and play a few more things together. It's much more fun when you're not on your own, actually.
As I said to you
earlier. Have you
earlier,
ever played with anybody, you two? Or are you solo most of the time? I know you've been in the studio, Kenny.
Sorry.
I have. I've played in lots of bands over the years. Funnily enough, in the last couple of months, whatever it is, I have been back in touch with basically my best mate, who has spent the last 20, probably not far off 20 years being my red pen. Who has very much, like John, would take my lyrics and just sort of no. And Stephen has this incredibly annoying habit of being right, even when you convince yourself that he's not. But so he's actually been a lot of work producing. He's been had some stuff sort of published on some dance sites and sort of produce, and so he's more producer than anything else. So long story short, he's going to produce the next album, so we'll be working on that and discussing what we're going to do, both with the new material and if or not we kind of look back at some of the stuff before and see if there's anything we can do with them. And so it's good, it's different. I mean, working on my own is one thing, but you produce so much more when there's, if you've got the right chemistry. Obviously, if it's hard to force, but if you've got the right chemistry with somebody, you bounce off each other, and I just find it so much easier sometimes to write and create.
It takes me an age to come up with 2 lines.
Whereas you mean lyrics?
Lyrically, yeah. I mean, English teacher over here can just vomit them out like it's nothing.
Well, lots happened to me. I've lived a long time.
What's a lovely image
to write about.
Yeah, so that's helpful. Yeah.
I think that was a scene in Yellow Submarine.
I hope it's not affecting everybody who's listening, but I'm getting a lot of interference. It may be just me, and I kind of often find I'm hearing things that other so I'm missing bits and bobs here. But anyway, Trudi, pleasure to get to know you a little bit, and you're a breath of fresh air. But also sorry to hear about your mum, and because you were in the same situation. I lost my mum a short while ago too, and it also had dementia. So it's a kind of weird situation.
It's good for songwriting, though.
It's also
all those emotions.
Pardon?
It's good for songwriting. I've written ever such a lot about my mom.
Yeah.
In fact, my very best songs might be about my mom, actually, to be honest, I think. I've written a couple of songs that I still use that I wrote ages ago, but anyway.
Well, looking forward to hearing them all, because and I do hope, as I said to you both, that we have every single person who's played on these shows, at the very least, to be able to meet you in person or hear you play live. I'm sure that will happen.
It will.
Thank you. Positive spirit. Yeah, right. I'm again hearing myself echo, so
echoes as well.
If nobody else. Yeah. All these technical things have just brought to testers.
There we go.
Steve,
right. Okay.
Andrew, and anyone else who's watching, for showing up. We appreciate all the support. It's been great, and we've enjoyed it anyway, haven't we? It's just fun. Just Steve to play a few songs and to chat.
Steve likes a twiddly bit. That's good.
So he does like
there
the twiddly bit. I think that refers to the first song.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
We like a twiddle, don't we?
You have achieved twiddle approval.
Excellent.
He's good at twiddling.
As guitarists, we like to twiddle. It seems to come with the territory.
That's my guitaring. But
there's an air of end of term about this show tonight. I don't know why.
Funny enough, every show has had that feeling, but in its own way. So we're going to love you and leave you. Enjoy your gig later, guys. I think tweeting somewhere immediately after this. They're not listening to me even.
So. No, we're Trudy's talking about Kenny's definition.
Yeah, Kenny's really defined. You look like a Caravaggio painting.
Finishing off.
I thought she was talking about.
No, I mean the way it's the Scottish sunshine.
No.
Be quiet. It's the Scottish sunshine, Kenny. You are
It's a haze, isn't it,
shadow
Kenny?
and light, but it's very, very sharp. It is like one of those paintings, whereas we're all a bit misty. David and John and I are a bit in a sort of misty light. It's quite fascinating.
Well, I've made
I
an
might
effort
write a
tonight.
song about it.
I made an effort tonight and put the cloth up, so I don't know if that might have made it worse, to be fair, but yeah.
Next edition of Home Songs for Life, if it should occur, we'll get a makeup artist on board and we'll be sorted. So
well, frankly, frankly, it was going in my rider for the next time anyway. It was going in my demands. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's best to leave when you're on top, as they say. All together yet, but I'm going to end this broadcast.
Ta-ta.
So have a great evening.
Farewell, everybody.
And
have a good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.